These
What happened to the other ones that we had?
I got rid of them. Shitty. Those are shitty chairs. So.
No. The ones that we had that were temporary. I mean, couldn't they replace them before getting rid of them?
No, well, once. No, we're going to try something different. These sit a little bit higher than the other ones. So. Still sits a little low. But.
Oh, no, this is fine.
Yeah, we're going to be a little lower today.
But it's still, the table's still in things, so we're going to get framed just fine.
Yeah.
We'll just be like George Bailey. I knew I was wearing a hard hat, so I didn't shave. Looks better, I think.
Live from the Icebox Studio in Montgomeryville, Pennsylvania, it's the Bill and Corey Show.
I'm Bill.
And I'm Corey.
Hey, Welcome back.
Yeah.
Another episode, live episode of Bill and Corey Show. Where, of course, we got the YouTube chat feature, so you got any
If you
questions.
want to talk
and
to
you're
us,
watching,
but we don't blame you if you don't.
you type it in, and then I might see it, and then we're going to respond to it.
And then we'll try to figure it out what it is.
Yeah. So today is build a rotometer. So I got brought a toolbox from home.
Yes.
Got tools in here. We got parts. So let's.
Well,
I don't know what we're gonna.
Do we have the right tools
I
in
just
there?
want to. I don't know what do we got here. We got
Is this for effect or is this actually a
a
toolbox?
pipe wrench. We're gonna need this.
Well, we do work with pipe. Can you imagine if we like tighten nipples?
And a
with-
mallet. Mallet's always kind of fun. See them in the cartoons, you go bonk. No. Yeah, this is.
Well, that's a pipe wrench on a tube wrench. That's why. That's the
It's a
difference.
pipe wrench.
Not a tube
No, I
wrench.
do have. I'm not going to use this. I had to show it anyways. Old Allen key wrench, Allen set here. This is my dad's. It's all kind of rusty.
It still works probably.
It still works. Yeah, they don't bend too much.
I haven't changed the sizes.
And we got Allen key stuff. We'll pull this stuff out. We need. We don't. It's I like this screwdriver. We use this screwdriver.
Got some wrenches.
I got some wrenches.
Hold on.
Wrenches are good.
How about we pull this back so we can see what's as it's behind.
I got some hinges. I got this from.
Let's hide it.
I bought this from a hardware store going out of business because these look like something I could use.
No, you bought them because it says Staples on it, and they thought they were yours.
And they're mine. Okay, so let me get this stuff out of the way. I think we could hang stuff. So anyway,
There you go.
you really don't need a lot of tools when you're playing with rotometers. You don't even need a flathead. So
Well, that's unless you need.
unless- no, we
you
don't.
don't want a flathead that way.
okay, so we're really talking about our workhorse is our FN 1050 rotometer.
Which is our reference scale rotometer.
Well, you get direct reading.
Well, you
there,
can get
too.
direct. I'm sorry.
And
Typically,
our FM 1000, which is they're pretty much all.
well, some you can get
direct
reference,
reading.
Bill.
Well, you actually can get
I
reference.
know you
scales
can.
in there.
I know. I was just doing what you did to me on that one.
Rarely. You're like, what? So we got a bunch of stuff here. We got all sorts of stuff.
And this will be. Ooh.
Oh, we got a tube cube. I had decals. I think I forgot to put
That's okay.
decals in here.
We can imagine the decals. See, yeah, the
I
tube
went
cube
and pulled
is the key.
decals and I left them back at the ranch. So we'll get all the stuff. Jeez, we don't need these little bags, but
We're really
that's the
prepared
other
for
thing.
this.
yeah, we got a lot of stuff.
So what do
Okay.
you mean when you mean build your own
Oh,
rotometer?
well,
how do you possibly do that?
Well, possibly. Well, we want to talk about. You can actually change out stuff on your rotometer.
there you go. So
Well, you can buy it directly from us, and we'll get it all sorts of neat configurations. So it's so you start out with this is a frame actually.
well, you could buy the whole thing like this to start out with.
Oh, we got something going on here.
Someone's mic.
Oh,
Nope.
my mic isn't on.
iPad.
Oh, my iPad. I got a question.
Oh, we haven't worked that out
Oh,
yet.
jeez.
Oh, geez.
What does direct read mean?
Oh, good question.
Very good question there. Thank you. I wondered why I was gesticulating. Thought we did something wrong. Okay, so it is a lot of the ones that we sell have a millimeter. The FM 1050 is a millimeter scale.
It's a reference scale.
It's a reference scale.
Can I take this one?
Yeah.
All right. So a reference scale meaning each tick of the thing refers to a chart. And on our online store, store.mathongas.com, you can find the charts. And depending on what gas you have flowing through it, you can look at it. And you look at 50 and it references a flow rate on a chart. However, a direct read scale doesn't need a reference. It has the scale, well, if we have it there. It has the scale and the exact numbers in it. So it'll say 40 and it'll be like gallons per minute, which I don't know if we have one that goes that
I
high.
don't know what gallons per minute.
But it'll be like 30 gallons per minute, and you don't have to look anywhere else to
This
refer.
one's liters per minute air.
Liters per minute there. So
So you don't have to like look at a chart. or
so
anything
you
like that.
directly read it from there versus This one you have to look at, it's 50 millimeters. What does that mean on a reference scale? You have to refer to a chart. So
Actually,
that's
I
the
think
difference.
That might be a direct read. No, that is a reference.
Yeah, it is a reference.
Yeah, that's millimeters. So there's no units of flow, that's millimeters. So yeah, these are direct read scales. The FM 1000s are the typical ones. They're almost all direct read. We've got hundreds of direct read scales for the FM 1050, and it could be for whatever. We've got all sorts of different ones. We've got them for different gases like chlorine,
Different
ammonia,
pressures.
different pressures, 20 psi, 5 psi, all sorts of different flow rates. It might be.
And so that's where, in
you're
essence,
right.
a little bit, that's where that one becomes very, versatile, where you might not need to change it all the time because you just change the reference that you're going with if you have the right tube.
Yeah.
So that's one way in which they're versatile as well.
So yeah, we could show on that one. We pull out that one key I already know. It's a 5/32. And I tried, this is my metric one for my bikes, because bikes are all metric.
Yes.
It's kind of sad, but
Wait, why is it sad that bikes are all metric? It's sad that anybody
I'm
is
just an
not
old
metric.
school guy. Yeah, okay. It's a 5/32. There's not a metric size, a
I know.
standard metric
Typically,
size.
you can get away with metrics
Yeah,
close
you
enough
can't.
or imperials
So, yeah,
close
so
enough.
There's a little set screw up there. You would undo that till it stops. It's got a little stop in there. And you would you can pull it out. Actually, you push it out. Oh, I'm sorry. And push it out from the back. And there you go. It's a tube cube.
You take the cube out,
Because it's got a tube in the cube.
and it rhymes.
And it's, yeah, and you buy things by two cubes, not the individual tubes, because it gets complicated with that. So you could take this out. This is your liters per minute air. You go, hey, wait a minute, I want to do something different. I want to do CCMs of air.
Or I need a bigger flow rate. And I suddenly want to flow higher rate.
Well, higher or lower rate.
Lower rate.
You can swap it out.
So all I have to do is swap out the tube and that's it, Bill?
No, not really.
Not really? And it'll flow higher?
No. Well, no. Part of it is the valve.
Uh-oh. Okay. All right.
So you got to look when you're getting a tube at an online store, which is
Store.mathesongas.com.
Got it. We've got, like, in the tube cubes, if you're buying a tube cube, it tells you what valve goes with it.
And it's numbered right on there if you want to. I don't know if we can see that from here. But
Well,
it
no, you
shows
can't
it.
zoom in on this, and you're really, it's up, oh.
But this
So
one says,
that says 9 high.
or it saes high 6.
Well, not really, HGIH. is
Oh,
not a word.
HGIH 6.
So it's high 9. So we have, this is a utility valve. It's not as a fine, it's probably good for most of your applications. It's not as, we've got
Wait,
utility
it says high.
valves.
Doesn't high mean a high accuracy?
No. This is high flow.
Oh, high
There's a
flow.
high, medium, and low for the utility valve.
Okay.
And that's this. This is a utility valve. So it's a 7, 8, 9.
There
9
you go.
being the highest flow.
So yeah, so if you need something, could you go from if you have the highest flow and you want to go lower flow, could you?
You could, but the problem is
It gets really hard to.
Yeah, you're like tweaking a fine touch.
Yeah, just a little bit of movement, and you're like going all over the place if you have a high flow and you go with a low flow tube. So you want to consider that as well.
Yeah, you want to consider. Yeah, in the opposite direction, we'll get.
Yeah.
We've had customers that have gone with, have swapped out the tube for a higher flow. And I'm not getting the flow. It's like, well, you need to change valves.
You need to change valve.
Oh, okay. So utility valve, it's low, medium, high, 7, 8, 9. And the high accuracy
Why
valve.
was 7 afraid of 9? Wait, how's that? Why is 9 afraid of 7?
Because 7, 8, 9.
I don't know. That's terrible.
Okay. So you would take it out. It's a 5/8 wrench. You pull it out. It actually has a seat. The seat is actually in the adapter.
Don't sit on it though.
Don't sit on it. So it's easy. It's an O-ring seal, so you don't have to worry about really. It's not like a pipe thread thing.
Yeah,
or a seal
it's got some forgiveness because it's soft.
Yeah, it's got an O-ring seal, so it's really just put it in there, and 5/8. Oops.
Use your elbow grease. Go.
Yep. Yeah.
Gotta make it dramatic, Bill. Go. You gotta
No,
grunt.
you don't really got to grunt on that.
Okay, you
It's
don't.
really easy to
All right,
do.
all right.
And then we've got we've got these high accuracy valves. They have a longer stem. That's how you know. And this is well, it also is labeled HA3.
It is labeled HA as well.
Well, sometimes the stickers come off.
That's true. So it does. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, we
Those
get
stickers
people
aren't
call
valid.
in and go, "Hey, what
is
valve
this?
is this?" And the sticker's off. And we can figure out just by looking at a profile.
Yep.
So these come HA1 to 6, 1 being the lowest, 6 being the highest. So you do your, okay, let's get the other one here. That's for the adapters. It's a 9/16 for the valve.
I mean, just try it.
So you can just kind of swap it out. You want a HA valve, you got an HA valve. You want a utility valve, you got a utility valve. So you're swapping out the tubes.
Swapping out the valves.
Swapping out the valves.
Is that all you can swap out? What if I want to move my rotameter to another area and they just don't have the same connections there?
That's a good question.
I know.
We got a lot of different,
Just
lots
you
of
wait.
connections. They're really just four major
I feel like Billy
connections.
Mays a little bit there when we did that. Want more connections?
So we've got, this is, we're showing, this one, this is a compression fitting, 1/4-inch compression
Look
fitting.
at that guy.
And it's machined in there, yeah, to make it just easier. So you got compression
Yeah,
fitting.
we don't make you machine your own fittings.
And you can change it. You could have compression inlet,
Yeah.
hose barb outlet,
Hose barb
which is
outlet.
another fitting. This is a hose barb. This is kind of neat. I wish we could zoom in on this. It's really kind of an odd looking hose barb.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it can handle 3/16 ID to 3/8 ID hose.
Yeah, you can tell because it graduates up.
Yeah, it
Very
graduates
good.
up.
Yeah.
Most of them have just hose barbs. This is kind of so it's kind of a neat design. So you don't have to worry about, it's going to handle almost all your hoses.
Yeah,
Most
yeah,
of them
yeah.
are 3/16 or 1/4 or 3/8. So there, you got the hose barb ones. Like you said, you got inlet and outlet fittings.
And one of the things that is nice about our fittings when we use them is they have the outer threads that come with them. So you can mount them.
Yes. Yes, you can front panel mount them.
Because theoretically, I mean, why do I need these fittings? I can just put whatever I want in there, right? I can just, it's a...
What, pop the fitting out?
Pop the fitting all the way out, right? Could you do that?
Did you? Is that one loose enough? You just.
Oh, no, I loosened it the wrong way.
There, 5/8 on that one. Is that 5/8 or is it 9/16?
It's 9/16.
9/16. Oh, it's 1/2 inch.
There we go.
Okay, so you pull that out.
Pop the whole fitting out.
Yeah. The problem is, it's not a problem.
It's not a problem.
You think, oh, I just put pipe thread in there. Nah, it ain't gonna work. That is a 3/8 24 thread. And you can buy fittings out there that are 3/8 24. And you got to make sure it's got an O-ring that sits on the outside.
Yeah, so it's a sort of a special fitting.
It's sort of a special fitting. Sometimes we get rotometers that come in with other fittings in there, and they're 3/8 24, and they put them in there like CPC fittings. Sometimes we don't sell those, but you can put that in there as long as it seals up nicely. The problem is, when you have that on the valve end of things, you've got for the utility valve, you can't really see, but there's a little cup to hold the seat in the adapter. So if you don't, you don't have our fittings in there,
Yeah,
the valve might not work
as well.
Yeah,
It'll just be. Yeah.
but if it works for your application, works. And you can always, if it does, whatever you're using doesn't work, you can buy these. Where can you buy these?
Store.mathesongas.com.
And this is 1/8 inch.
Yeah.
So 1/8 inch pipe. We got 1/8 inch pipe taper, 1/4 inch pipe taper, 1/4 inch compression,
And of course our
hose barb.
And of course our most popular fittings coming out of here are 1/8 inch FNPT and 1/4 inch FNPT, which then allows you to.
Then you put whatever you want.
Then it allows you to put a lot of different things on the end of it. But I guess the careful thing is mounting and mounting and not mounting, making sure the whole thing. But that's it. minor.
Yeah, and we've got, if you want to do,
Ooh, bezel.
you want to try to
bevel.
do a bezel?
You can do bezel. You've been practicing this.
Okay, we're going to do a couple things same time. This is a,
Uh-oh.
Corey's going to, two-ring circus here. Corey's going to show why you buy a tube cube and not a tube. So replace,
Oh, yeah.
take the tube out, put it back in. This is why. And I am going to try to put the bezel on here so we can, recess panel mount that. So this is, what I'm doing is taking these screws out. A little Phillips head. I think you got a 1.
Oh, man, I'm taking the whole thing
A little
apart.
stubby screws.
Oh, man, it's just a mess.
It is a mess.
And you gotta
You
take
probably buy and ship one of those quicker than you can for.
Oh, look at that. Oh, I got the tube out. And I mean,
Yeah,
I
we've
guess
got
it's just,
experienced
yeah.
technicians to put the floats are gonna. They've got stoppers in the.
They got stoppers in the end of it, but it, I mean, it's
They could come out or something. Or,
just,
Yeah, we do sell replacement floats. We're kind of like, why do you need a float? So they're stuck in the tubes.
they're stuck in the tubes. Why do you need a float?
Sometimes.
Put a really strong one through there and shoot your floats through your
Oh, we've
through your
had
line.
that. Or someone's pulled it out to play with it, and it's like, oops, and you got a small.
Well, you got that sapphire float might go missing. Somebody's
That's not. Okay,
got-
so here. Oh
in a
boy.
pinch. It's your anniversary, and you're like, oh, I didn't get anything. I'm like, oh, there's a sapphire float. So yeah, so this one.
So it's a total of 8 little screws. It's not too bad.
Yeah, so what's that?
Now, when we build these, we have like pneumatics. So there's the end fitting. You would put it.
I like building these.
You'd put it in here. Oops, you gotta make sure this goes down here because you have the screws line up. Jeez.
You see why? Yeah, that's why
Yeah,
we have talented people putting these together.
Yeah,
you can
and they
see
have.
why.
You know what? They have jigs
Yeah, they
and they have nice.
have methods.
Yeah, and pneumatic, but yeah, they got like.
Yeah, so that's why.
They've got automatic screwdrivers that do them, and they're on balancers.
Just like putting together
Yeah,
An
I'm just
IKEA
putting
thing
2 in
almost.
this. Yeah, it's like an IKEA thing. And then you got the other end. Oh, yeah. The problem is this one isn't for. Doesn't have a hole for the valve.
minor valves.
Yeah,
so
that's why-
this one is just to show you flow rate, not to control it. So if you get
Right.
you can get a rotameter
Oh, we do that
without.
because we do. This
Yeah.
is what, from one of our production units.
Yeah.
We use that for testing.
Yeah,
stuff.
we use it for testing. There's no valve on it, obviously,
Yeah,
so you're not going to control the flow. So all you want to do is know it's just a
Oh boy. Yeah.
a rotameter only, not a rota controller. Would it be a rota controller with a valve? Is that what we're?
Oh boy. Getting complicated here. So, anyways, I only have 3 of the 8 screws in. Looks like it'll work. But yeah,
No, don't do this at home.
you could do it.
I mean, you could do it at home, but don't do 3 screws.
Screws, and then you're gonna be.
Don't
like,
put it in with only 3 out of 8 screws in
Yeah,
there.
and it's not gonna work. So.
Yeah,
there's-
more a limited amount of time.
So we're kind of run. This is kind of like a run-on thing going on here. Haven't even had a. Oh, and we got bases to put on, and they're relatively easy.
they are easy if the fitting can. If you can get like this one's not going to be
That will
easy
work.
because you can't get the nut off the.
Yeah, you can.
Let's see if we.
Oh,
can.
actually, you can.
You can't get the nut off. This is
You got
what.
some tricky ones.
This is one of the things that can get tricky.
Yeah, but you would have all the rotometers. I don't want to say all of them. They typically come with a retaining nut on here, and that's the.
Oh, that's not what you want to do, but that's what we're going to have to
you
do.
messed up. So yeah, so
There we go.
you take that, put it. We have a video showing you how to do this.
Yeah. You don't do it while you throw the ferrules everywhere. You don't. You don't have to do it that way.
So we made a big mess today.
Oh, and then tighten it down tighter than I did.
Oh, I didn't even get to talk about seals and materials.
Oh yeah, no, we can talk about. I guess so.
Yeah, we have time. We are going to talk about.
Talk about sharks and seals.
Sorry. So you got metallic parts in here, wetted parts. So this.
What does wetted mean?
That's what's going to see the
See
process
the gas. Yeah, whatever, this is what sees the gas, and it's important that the materials
are compatible.
are compatible.
So typical ones we sell are brass and stainless. We also sell aluminum. We used to, and we're kind of phasing out aluminum because aluminum used to be kind of like an inexpensive stainless.
Yeah.
And price of aluminum is going. This is decades ago. Price of aluminum's kind of going up.
It's like Napoleon times again, where it's worth more than gold. Remember that was.
So, anyways, so yes, we have aluminum. Kind of phasing that out. We have for your corrosive, nasty corrosive gases, we have Monel.
Manel.
And then for seals,
And some people get really excited about Manel around here.
yeah. So,
We just did a Manel, right? We just did a Manel
Oh
one,
yeah,
actually.
yeah.
We literally did one this
and
week.
a Monel rotameter.
Manel rotameter.
So these things have O-rings and stuff, and seals. So Bunas typically we use with brass, Viton with stainless steel, and then you get some chemicals. Some of your corrosive chemicals don't like Viton.
Get some KLF
They
in
don't
there.
like Buna, so you could toss in a Teflon. Ethylene propylene's popular.
Yeah.
That handles a lot of stuff. Kelres, Hypalon, I think it's Chemres. So there's different kind of O-rings. They're going to cost you more because they're fancier names.
Yeah, they are. Calrez sounds like a Superman's dad.
So you got Teflon, the ethylene propylene. Teflon's a little tough because it will squish down and it doesn't spring back as well as the other.
It chips off the pan and gets in your food. Oh, wait, what?
No, it's just don't eat them. So I think we kind of killed this topic.
Yeah, I think we did.
We made a big mess. We're going to be here.
Hopefully it was able to be
cleaning up.
followed. I'm not sure if it was able to be followed, but the point
so.
is, materials, I mean, you just do lots of things with it.
Yeah, so
flow
all
rates,
sorts of
tube
options.
cubes, and fittings and seals and materials.
We got a lot of things going on in these things. We can custom make. We make them in different parts, so we can make them quickly. That's great. So.
Yes.
So that's all we got for this week. Oh, wait.
No
a
other
minute.
questions?
Oh, wait a minute.
We might as well check. But we should do
No.
a check at the end every time just to make sure.
Oh, he said reference too for direct read. Okay. Next week, we're going to talk about equipment for ammonia gas service.
Ooh. And we're not going to mix it with chlorine gas service.
We're not bringing any ammonia in here either. So we're going to talk about different kind of equipment. We're going to talk about ammonia and the properties of it and who would use it, why would they use it, and
So
so
if you're into ammonium, tune in next. Wait, you go ahead.
ammonium,
Wait, what did I say? No, chlorine. Wait, what did I say?
ammonium.
Okay. What?
There's
No, you know what?
ammonia.
I don't know what I'm saying.
He's making
You
stuff
take it
up.
away.
Okay, tune in again next week for another live edition of the Bill and Corey Show.
Set your VCRs.